Hey everyone, Scott or the Scottman. We're here to do a driving video today. We're heading east on I-96. We're over at the interchange with I-275 and M14. And we're taking I-96 all the way to where it ends at I-75 near downtown Detroit. I've actually filmed two videos of this before with two separate sections. One going just to the Southfield Freeway and then the other going the rest of the way, which I want to basically redo this video to combine it all into one. The main reason is, well, technically there are two reasons. Because one, the last two videos I did film between here and I-75 were two videos, and I know one of them was not even 10 minutes long, so it'd be better to combine both videos into one. And two, the stretch between 275 and M39 or the Southfield Freeway was done with absolutely terrible quality. Because it was like, I think it might have been like 6 years ago I filmed it. So I figured might as well head out to film this today. As a matter of fact, not too long ago I even filmed a video on I-275. I think I filmed it a few weeks ago, where I went from I-696 all the way down to I-94, and there is a stretch of that includes I-96 as well. So that part of I-96 was featured in the 275 video, and then I even filmed another video of I-96 in like Western Oakland County, which I think I started from M59 if I'm not mistaken. I went all the way to the interchange with I-696 and 275. But yeah, I remember several years ago they did a big reconstruction project of I-96 in this area. But yeah, I'd say the concrete's held up very well in the past several years, even with how bad winters can get here. Yeah, it's pretty overcast right now, but it rained earlier today, but it cleared up. Matter of fact, the freeway's all dried up. It's a little warm out today. It's like my current thermometer is reading 75 degrees Fahrenheit, so it's close to 24 degrees Celsius, and it's not even lunchtime yet. It's like May's been a very weird month because we have seen very cold weather the first half of the month. Not cold enough for snow, not that cold, but below average, and now we're seeing above average temperatures. But right now we're in Livonia right now, one of the larger western suburbs of Detroit. Livonia is quite a nice area. I even filmed the driving tour of Livonia one time. I almost want to refilm that just because it was one of my earliest driving tour videos, and I feel like it's not comprehensive compared to the driving tours I filmed recently, like the one I did like in Harrison Township, Mount Clemens, as well as even the... Where did I film the last one? I am drawing a blank right now. Oh, that's right, Redford Township, which is going to be the next township to the east of here. Yeah, I-96 in the Detroit area it's a nice freeway because you have, in general, no less than 4 lanes in each direction. So it's like the only time you really see backups on this freeway would either be if there was like an accident or construction. Yeah, we just passed the exit for Middle Belt. And yeah, the area around Middle Belt and I-96 is a very busy shopping area, even going down toward Plymouth Road, which is another mile to the south. forgot to point out is, yeah, the frontage lanes that are for I-96 here, that is Schoolcraft Road, which is kind of like 4 Mile Road. It's just not called 4 Mile Road. And we're going under Inkster Road now, and we are now in Redford Township. Yeah, my Redford Township driving tour video, I even filmed a little bit of Schoolcraft, which again, it's up there. Yeah, traffic hasn't been too bad so far this morning, but then again, this is pretty normal for what I've noticed on the weekend on I-96. Yeah, the sun looks like it's gonna try to start popping out a little bit, which would be nice. And coming up here is the exit for Telegraph Road or US Highway 24. That's another road I need to refilm because I filmed a lot of things on Telegraph Road, I think almost 5 years ago at a minimum, and those videos need to be updated too. I haven't decided if I want to go north or south, because I went south in my original videos, so I'm trying to contemplate if I want to do south still or if I want to head north on those redo videos. But after crossing under Telegraph Road, we're now in the city limits of Detroit. So for the rest of this video, we will be in the city of Detroit. Well, primarily the west side of Detroit. And we're about to go over the Rouge River, too. So yeah, one cool thing you have coming up here on I-96 is that you have two separate routes of I-96. You got the express lanes on the left 3 lanes here, which is what we'll drive on, and then the 2 lanes to the right, that would be the local lanes. So like right here, if you want to get off at Evergreen Road or the Southfield Freeway, you will need to be in those local lanes right now, because otherwise you'll not be able to get over there from the express lanes. The express lanes are primarily used, which for like the next several miles, they're very limited number of exits. This allows for a smoother flow of traffic. And of course, the local lanes have all the freeway exits, and you're technically supposed to go a slower speed than the express lanes, but most of the time people don't do that. At least for what I've noticed. Yeah, I think I need to put my sunglasses on. The sun's starting to pop out even more. If you're in the local lanes, we're going to be approaching the exit for Southfield Freeway, or M39. Of course, the Southfield Freeway, I need to go over to the far left lane. Going north on Southfield Freeway, that would take you back up towards Southfield. And go south, that'll take you down to Dearborn, like where the Henry Ford Museum and Greenfield Village are. And eventually down to Allen Park and Lincoln Park. But yeah, I've been on these ramps for the Southfield Freeway before, and yeah, they definitely need to be worked on, in my opinion, because it looks kind of old, and you can definitely tell when you're on the pavement. And then yeah, back there, I forgot to point out, there's another exit from the express lanes for the local lanes. It's like you want to get off at Greenfield Road or any of the exits over here. It's like, yeah, you'll have to get off at that other local exit there. Yeah, you got exit for Schaefer and also for Grand River, which, as I mentioned in all my I-96 videos I've done, Grand River is the original route from downtown Detroit out to Lansing before I-96 was built. So I-96 generally runs parallel with Grand River. So all throughout a lot of areas in the state of Michigan, I-96 crosses paths with Grand River quite often. Like you'll see that out near Portland, Michigan, and west of Lansing. Then you'll see that over like in Brighton, Michigan. And then over at the interchange with I-696 and 275. And then of course you'll see that right here. And you'll see it again in a little bit, because yeah, here's Grand River now. And we're going to be approaching the end of the express lanes, yeah, another 1.25 miles. What is cool though is that for Davison Avenue, which eventually turns into the Davison Freeway, you got an exit for Davison from both the local lanes and the express lanes. Car has got to be going well over 90 miles an hour, like easily, maybe even close to 100. We'll see if karma catches up to him if we see him pulled over by a cop later in this video. And yeah, here's where the express and local lanes end. Yeah, one word of caution, I don't know when they'll patch it, but there's some pretty bad potholes in that second to right lane right there, like at least 2, maybe 3 of them. They've been there since Christmas. Why they have not been patched yet, I have no idea. Get over to this lane now. It was just back there where the express and local lanes ended, where we saw those potholes. Well, they're not bad potholes. Like they may not be bad enough to where you blow out your tire in most cases, but yeah, definitely not fun to drive over them. Oh yeah, and back there on that curve, we just went under Grand River. But that is the last time I-96 will be intersecting Grand River. But yeah, one thing that's very interesting about Detroit freeways is the fact that we're only like 4 miles from downtown Detroit, and the speed limit is still 70 miles per hour. That is not something you see almost in any city outside of Michigan. Because normally the speed limit would be like 55 max this close to the city. The speed limit does dip down to 55 a little bit, but if Detroit was in Ohio, the speed limit would be 55, probably going all the way back to Livonia. Because yeah, look at the speed limit sign, 70 miles per hour. Like I-75 is the same way too. It's like the speed limit doesn't dip down until you approach I-94. But even when it does dip down to 55, you'll still get people going well over 70. And I'm talking about the majority, not just the small minority of speeders. I-94. We're approaching the exit for I-94. Of course, go west of I-94. Yeah, here's where the speed limit dips down. Pretty much where it turns to concrete. I-94 west takes you out to, well, eventually to Chicago, but of course to Ann Arbor, Jackson, Kalamazoo, Battle Creek. But even before that, to Detroit Metro Airport. Go east, that'll take you to the eastern suburbs of Detroit, and then eventually to Port Huron and over to Canada. And we're going to be getting close to the end of this video, too. We only have another couple miles or so to go on I-96, because this for 75 is coming up momentarily. So this is where things get a little interesting. So the far left lane, that's the lane for I-75 north going toward Flint, or also if you want to go to Gratiot Avenue or the exit for 375 on the east side of downtown Detroit. If you want to go into downtown Detroit or if you want to go to Corktown, you want to be in the second to left lane for M10 or the Lodge Freeway. And then the right two lanes, that'll take you to I-75, and also it continues on I-96. So one thing I didn't know about when I filmed this part a few years ago is that I-96 technically continues to the right, not the left. So I didn't truly film the very end of I-96, but we're going to do that today. So we got a little bit more left to go on I-96, but about another minute. We got an exit for Verner Highway. If you want to go to Mexican Town, which has a lot of great restaurants there. And then also the exit for the Ambassador Bridge go over to Windsor, Ontario. And then after the exit for Canada, then I-96 truly ends and it merges in with I-75. And yep, you got the Ambassador Bridge all the way over there. And we have reached the end of I-96. So thank you for watching this video of I-96 going from I-275 and M14, going all the way to where it ends here at I-75. So if you enjoyed this video, be sure to click that subscribe button to come along and join me for the adventure. And don't forget to click that notification bell so that way you know when a new video goes live. Well, thank you for watching, and this is Scott, or the Scott Man, signing out from the end of I-96 and I-75.